Hi everyone, it's Carla Grandison here from Energy Continuum Healing. I'm just wanting to take a few minutes here and talk to you about distance healing. So when I say distance healing, I mean anytime a practitioner and a client are not in the same location. It could be down the street, could be a different city, could be halfway around the world. And I know there can be some hesitancy from some people. Folks can sort of doubt the quality of this kind of session. Like, I don't know, an in-person session, that's a possibility, but I don't know about this distance session. We're not even in the same space. How could that even work? Like, how is there any possibility of that working? And I get that. I used to be a skeptic, a doubter of distance sessions. I mean, truly, of all of this work, I've been very open in my writing, in my blogs, and in what I've shared about the fact that I've been a skeptic and a doubter all the way along my journey with energy healing. And now, having become a practitioner in many different modalities and practicing it and working with it all the time, it certainly started with me being really doubtful of all of it. So I get where you're coming from. But let me share with you a bit about what I do. Again, just a really quick overview or summary of what I do that might help you understand why the physical body isn't, like the physical presence is not integral to the session. So what I do in a session, I do intuitive healing. So it includes energy healing. So I'm tuning in intuitively to your energy field, to your chakras, to various aspects of you, to your Akashic records. And that's the record of all of your soul's experiences through all lifetimes. And tuning into spirit guides and angels and other beings, even loved ones who passed on sometimes make an appearance in a session. Messages coming through via all of those means, really coming through from source or from spirit, from the universe, whatever you want to refer to it as, but that universal energy. So I'm tuning in intuitively and healing, clearing, receiving information that I relay to you. And none of that requires us to be in the same physical location. I can do that from anywhere. So that, well, it can still be difficult to wrap your mind around, really what is intuitively checking in? What is like tuning in? What does that mean? So I won't go into all of that kind of depth to try and explain that, but it really can be done from anywhere. And that really opens things up to opportunities to receive sessions from practitioners wherever they are. And, there's a couple benefits, I think, to distance healing sessions. So being able to receive the session at home, usually you're at home. And one of them, of course, is no commuting. So you don't have that piece to contend with. The other piece is being able to really be aware of those nuances of differences in sensations, in the experience, compared to what you already have as a bit of a baseline. Because when you're experiencing your session, usually you're laying down, so likely on a couch or in a bed, maybe in a really comfy chair. But any of those spaces are places that you have likely laid down hundreds of times before. So you know what it's like to lay down to go for a nap, to lay down and think about something, to go to bed every night, and what that feels like in your body, in your mind's eye, what that experience is like. And then when you have a healing session, you're able to notice and discern what differences there are. You may not feel all that different, but you have that you have that baseline of what an experience is in that exact location, versus going to a new location where you have all the other sensory inputs of going into someone's space, practitioner space. So you're getting used to the smells and the environment that you are experiencing there as well. as the experience of the session. So I think that's a really wonderful way to experience a session. And the other thing I was going to share was, my own clients. So I've talked a little bit about me and my own skepticism, my own journey, but there have been several clients that I have who were really resistant to distance sessions in the past, just always preferring in-person sessions. And over the past year, because I've only been offering sessions by Zoom or by phone, all remote, and I continue to. I know some practitioners have opened up for in-person, and I'm still doing my work by distance. But some of these clients who had resisted before, out of necessity, because there was no other option, they've opted to give a try to the distance sessions and have continued. And the quality is the same. And so I share all that with you to hopefully help you understand just a little bit more the value of a distance session. And while I share all of that, I am mindful and I do acknowledge that there is value to an in-person session, to going to another location for a session, particularly if you live in an environment where you don't think that there's a space where you can go and receive a session and be relatively uninterrupted. Maybe you have small children or other people of any age in your home or around you that will likely interrupt you if they know that you're there. So I do understand that. Or maybe you have a really noisy environment. In some way, there's a lot of distractions that you don't think you'll be able to relax. So I can see that, there are other factors involved in preferring and, to go somewhere to have that whole experience of being out of the house for the session. So this is not meant to suggest that distance sessions are better than in-person sessions, or to value one more than the other, because there's different reasons why you might want to go with one or the other. But just to help sort of dispel any doubts or skepticism, and kind of try and offer some information to anybody who is questioning it or really hesitant. So that, I think, is all I wanted to share at this time. So I hope this has been helpful, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I will put a link to my scheduling system, and you can book a free 15-minute chat with me. We can chat and see if you have any other specific questions, or see if it feels right to work together. And I look forward to connecting again soon. Until next time.